So this afternoon we've got Alison from SAS SellerAmp SAS. Hi Alison. This is number 4 of our how-tos for SAS. SAS is your absolute go-to piece of software before you've bought your product. So it's brilliant for RA or OA. We've talked about some tags and how to set up your panel, and now we're going to have a discussion about the history, which I think is unique to SAS, is it not? I think you're the only guys.
It is definitely unique to SAS, and you know, I know we've got kind of people all along the process in your group. So for those of you that are just starting out, searching your products that you scan might not seem like a big deal. But talk to those people on the other end, because they'll say it's a massive deal, right, Emily?
Yes. So sometimes one of my VAs will say to me, I looked at something yesterday, can you check it out? And I'll go and I'll see like I've got 14 pages of 10.
Exactly right.
Like, yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
So we want to be able to help you get to your information. Kind of like those of you that watched the setup process last week, you know, it's all customizable, right? It's to help you get your information that you need to make the decision. It's not going to make the decision for you, but it'll put everything in front of you. So using the history is another one of those ways where SAS allows you to get the information that you need. Before we get started, one thing to mention, I always like to mention, I love collapsing and expanding these little panels. It can look overwhelming when you first log in. It can be a little intimidating, but rest assured that it's designed to be customizable. So you can collapse all these panels if you don't want to be bothered by them. The important ones, things such as alerts, we're going to point out to you. We're going to raise the hand up and say, hello, look over here. So things like alerts, things like if you've got a discount applied, things like your scan history, have you actually scanned this product
They
before?
don't disappear, do they?
No, they do not disappear. If anything, they light up and they dim, but that's it. So so just keep that in mind as you're using the product. We always try to put the flags up so you can see.
So if I'm like a big picture person and trying to get volumes of scans, if you see like a red there, I just move on. It's a very quick.
It's a very quick. Yeah, exactly. If you're in a hurry, it's just like know that's a no-no. So. Okay, so let's talk about trying to find all those products that you've searched. We talked last video. We did a little chat about the other info panel here. You can put in your source where you got the product. You can put in notes. You can put in tags. Tags meaning little flags that go onto each product that you search, so you can come back and look at it in the future. So now we're going to talk about coming back to look at it.
I restrained myself not to get excited.
She's really excited. Emily's got some homework. Have you tagged all your items yet?
I have. Well, no, some.
Whoops! I just went to the wrong place. Bear with me. So I'm going to go to the history, and within your history, the first thing you'll have is this filter, so you can just look through your history if you want to. We were talking squirrels last time. We're talking dog toys this time. This was kind of a funny one, actually. I just have to show it because I'm American. I could show this, right? It's a fuzzy Donald dog toy. I thought that was
amazing.
Really the things that people come up with, right? Not turning this into a political thing. I just thought it was cute. So we've got your history here. It'll save your history in order in which you scanned it. But obviously, when you get into tens, 20s, hundreds of pages, like you said, Emily, like where is the one that you looked up yesterday?
And I think it's so quick to rack up a lot. You scan an item and you think you're just doing 1 or 2.
Oh my gosh!
You easily do 15 in the shop, and
not to mention any of your personal searches that you're actually doing on Amazon. So a couple pages in there, all the things that we needed in our new house. So, so history is pretty straightforward. You've got a search. You've got a search field here. So we're going to go ahead and look back at those squirrels. You can just go ahead and apply that filter. I apologize, everybody, that you know what? Hold on a second. Let me change this so we can see what I'm typing. Bear with me. There we go. That's a little bit easier to see. So we just look for squirrel, so hit apply, and everything that's got squirrel in the title or the description or the ASIN will show up. So, so yeah, essentially everything in the listing is searchable. So that's the easy way to go about doing it.
Sorry, is there kind of like a limit to what SAS holds? So I've been using SAS for about a year now. So if I search squirrel and I had stuff from like July of 2019, July of 2019, would it find
Yes,
it?
it will find it. It's all in there. It's all in there. So your history follows you. And keep in mind, this history comes in from all three tools. So this is whether you scanned it on the mobile app, whether you looked it on the desktop, or whether you do it on the extension.
Huge resource if you can
Massive.
work out how to use it.
Yeah. It's a lot of data, that's for sure. But data, sorry. That was the American in me coming out. All right. So we talked about the tags last week, how you can easily apply tags. You can also search those tags. So we'll take out the squirrel, for example. Let's just take out our squirrel here. And Bob the VA, VA Bob, has tagged everything that he has searched so he can come back to his list. So let's take a look at VA Bob's list. Go ahead and apply. And everything that we find in here was on VA Bob's list. Notice this Lego was actually also on the monthly replenishment list as well. It will find it via either tag or both tags. If we want to look at VA Bob and monthly replenishment, guess what? It's a pretty short list. Just got to.
So if I go out shopping, not intending to do anything Amazon-y, and bump into like an amazing sale rack, can I just scan and not? I don't need to tag anything or do it. I can literally like zap it all and then get home and it's in order.
Yep, it will. They always appear in the order in which you scan them.
Wow.
Yeah. So however, a good example is if you go back into your own account and look at the history, that doesn't count as a scan. So it's an actual either scan or entering the ASIN or searching on the title, actually doing the search online that will actually put it into the list to begin with. So for example, where's my squirrel friends? Hold on a second. Let me go back to, let me just look at history. Bear with me, everybody. So for example, these guys, my de facto product that I always go look at for some reason, they're the lucky squirrels. So I actually looked that up initially months and months and months ago. But I went back and searched it again. And it came back, it got bumped up the top of the list. Yeah. So, but if I just went in and looked at the history, I'll do one for you here. Actually, let's look at the Tommy Tippy here. I'm just going into my history, looking at Tommy Tippy. There's all my information. And if we go back to the history, Tommy Tippy is not at the top of the list. So just because we accessed it from our history does not bump it up your list. You actually have to do the search to bump it back up to the most recent search. So you can, I was just looking at this Bob's VA list and monthly replenishment apply.
Oh, sorry, moment. That works in reverse, right? So I was like RA to Chrome, you can Chrome to RA. So I do a lot of my RA shopping. It isn't random. I'll find stuff in a deal and I'll go out and buy it because I quite like getting out and about and having a walk. So you could search like boots on your Chrome extension, and then you could go into boots and look at your history to buy it.
Absolutely. It's almost like having a file cabinet that you go back into and you pull out your boots file. Okay, I'm going to look at all this stuff, right?
I would never have thought to have reversed it round. So basically, it's kind of like it works from whichever way you approach it. So if you do OA to check RA and vice versa, and if you want to like look at all your detail, you can. If you want to quickly scan down for a picture of something you remember, you can. Exactly. It catches all kind of types of users, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. You can use them however you choose to use them. And again, applies across all three tools. So you got a VA who's exclusively using the extension, but you're going to be out in a shop. You can quickly look in and say, hey, did VA find this product that I just found sitting on this end cap? So the search really, if you're getting started, search might not seem important, like we said, but for those of you that have been doing this for a while, you're all nodding right now saying, yeah, this is critical. Yeah. And being able to go back and find those deals again is critical. So I would just encourage everybody to kind of start thinking about how you want to tag and then be able to search through your history, whether it's for you, for your VAs, come up with some sort of structure. And like we talked about last time, these tags can be changed and deleted and edited. So
we're on our fourth video for the SAS, and what's coming out is that you the more you use it, the more you can get out of it. You really can do absolutely everything. It's not going to like flashing lights say buy this item. Every piece of information
it'll come really close. We haven't put the fireworks thing in yet. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
It's like the more you use it, the more you get out of it. So
yeah, absolutely.
You can really literally run your business on your SAS
using this tool.
Right? Yeah, every product. And yeah, that's awesome. That's really
and it's genuinely what the product was designed to do. For those of you that don't know Al, who's created SAS, he has spent many a days in retail shops, in wholesalers, you name it, doing OA, trying to run the numbers quickly and trying to keep it all organized. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's got a lot of things in his mind, but he thought, you know what? There's got to be a better way to do this. So that's what the tool's really been designed to do, is to take that away from you so you can focus. You know, it takes the heavy lifting away from you, so you can focus on going out and finding more product, and let SAS do that job of telling you whether it's going to be worth it or not. But again, all based on how you set up your parameters and how you organize things. So that's really critical.
Do you need to do anything to set this up?
All you need to do is, let's go into your settings. And in your settings, what we talked about last time is the tags here. You can create new tags, and you're off to the races then. That is how you, and then every time you look at a product, if we go back to a product, bear with me. You don't even have to hit a save button or anything like that. You just go ahead, type in any notes that you want to apply to it, jot down the source, apply any tags, boom, close the window down, it retains it. So
wow,
easy as that.
That's really good.
So yeah, I'd like to, if anybody's had some really positive uses with the tags in the history, please go ahead and just list them down here in this post, because we'd love to get more feedback on how people are using it, creative ways to use it, give other people ideas on how to use this capability, because it is very unique in the industry, and we think it does set us apart from the competitors out there for sure.
And it's just interesting, like, because someone may be using it in one way and someone else may never have thought about it. So
absolutely, you just had that light bulb go off, didn't you? Yeah, it was like, whoa, wait a second, I could do it this way. Exactly. But that's a great part about those tags too. Like I said, you can go back and edit them. So if you want to change your description a little bit, make it a little more specific, once you find another use for it, then yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Yeah,
so
my favorite tag is the out of stock tag. So when I find something, if it's out of stock, I check it like 3 times a week, whatever's in that section in my history, and it just makes me see when it's in stock. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess ideal world we would have. No, I'm not even going to go. It's like we'd have a program that would automatically check it for you, but I won't go there yet. That's a lot more development.
So for those of you who this is the first time you've seen me and Ass and Alison, is there a way where you can try it on a free trial? Can you
There is. We've got a lovely free trial, 42 free scans. There's no real prize, but if anybody understands why 42, I would be curious to know if anybody knows why 42 scans. But yeah, 42 scans, test drive it, kind of get a feel for it, understand, really use the product. I think that's one thing. We talk to trial people who sign up for the trial. You really gotta test it. So if you know you're not going to be doing any RA or OA for a while, okay, fine. Wait until you have some products to try it with, and even try it on products at home. We all got millions of barcodes in our houses. Just try it. Try it on something that will help you understand what information is being presented to you. So, because I would shudder to think at somebody going into a Tesco and feeling pressured to do RA and trying to understand how to use the product. So, pick something off your shelf and try it there. Understand how it works. Make sure you got your settings right, and then once you get it set up,
the settings video in, because I think all the other bits come off the back of that. So if your settings aren't done right, and it's not very difficult, it's just about knowing what you want.
It just takes a second. Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say something else. So this works on iPhones, Androids. So you get
iPhone, Android, desktop version, the Chrome extension, which we're looking at on the screen here. Works in all of them. All the information's tied together in your account.
One price, or is it separate subscriptions?
It is one price for all 3 of those tools.
Woohoo! And that price is?
That price is $11.95.
Wow.
For up to 1,000 scans per month, and single user. If you do get to that point where you have another user that you want to be you want to load the app or use the extension or anything, you just need to bump up a few pounds to the unlimited package.
My team of VAs all use SellerAmp. We don't have any other. We don't use any other software. We don't have any other subscriptions. We have, but we're now solely with SellerAmp. So you can do it if you've got. I've got a big team of 6 of us. Or you can do it if it's just you doing a dozen scans a day. I would never ever dream of buying something without running it through SAS. It's just, you know what? It's just not worth having something that's hazmat or ineligible. It's just not worth getting any bad buys. It's a really good piece of software.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Pleasure. Oh, it's a genuine compliment as well. It's well deserved. It's a really good piece of software. Right, brilliant. So that's part number 4. There's a little playlist here, so if you've missed anything or if you wanted to suggest anything, Al is really open to ideas. If you're in my Facebook group, you're welcome to tag him or me, and you can feedback directly. I think they'd like to know about what people think of it.
Absolutely. Always love feedback, and genuinely listen to the feedback too. So we're not just saying it just to say it. We genuinely care about how you guys use the product.
Lots of the features have come from requests, haven't they? Loads of people have asked for stuff, and now it's like, oh, okay, I can do that.
I just watched the video when we launched the beta testing last year, and watched that whole webinar, and wow, the number of features that have been added are just fantastic. So it's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep getting better. Absolutely.
Brilliant. Okay, can't wait.
Well, happy sourcing, everybody.
And yes, I can't wait till next week. Until then, enjoy yourself, and I'll speak to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Emily. Thanks, everybody. Bye.